What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to make a quick video, just give it my, I guess you could call it epiphany on like what most people's main objective in life should be. And in my opinion, you know, approaching 52, you know, a real calm, peaceful life, that allows me to just be observant, do a lot of reflecting. And I really believe that the like the main goal that people should focus on in life is outwitting the devil. And what I mean by that, think about it for a minute. Like, it's like the devil is at every turn. Like, you can, choose a partner with ulterior motives. You can have fake friends, people, go to college and rack up student loans for a career in whatever field and then realize they don't even like that field. That's the devil. Like, the key to all this is like being able to think for yourself. And see, the worst thing you can do is follow a person that the devil has already tricked. And sometimes, unfortunately, that's your parents. He already tricked them. He got them in the mindset that he needs them to be in. So they teach it to you. But no, you have to think for yourself. It's the key to all this. Because see, it's like, I'm not even a religious like person, but it's serious like spiritual warfare going on. Like, not physical, mental. And the mental is kind of, getting you kind of agree with everybody else. Like, just kind of go with the flow. But that's not the way. It's just not like that. It's just a trick at every turn, at every corner. You saved up, you got your income taxes back. You finally got enough money, excuse me, to buy a car. So you go, you find this nice little clean car. It's perfect. It's clean inside and out. Person didn't smoke, smells good. You ecstatic. So you make the deal. You buy the car, you drive it for a few days, and then the engine light comes on, and then it starts smoking. Now, the reason I say that the devil was involved in that transaction is because the person that sold you the car, they knew that the engine was no good. They knew it. They knew it. But, I guess a good piggyback off of that would be, like, I encourage people, like, if you, it's like a guy like me. Like, if I buy a used car, I'm going to take somebody with me that's, familiar with used cars. Like, I've always had new cars. I never really had a lot of used cars. So I don't know what to look for. I know what I don't know. So I encourage people, man, pay your uncle. Give him $30 or $40 to ride with you. Take him to dinner. Just so he can look like when you making decisions that you have no knowledge of, man, you gotta reach out to people. You gotta, because sometimes you can be dealing with the devil. It's just simple as that. And see, if I were your uncle or the person you called and I entered the picture, they would know immediately. Like, whatever game they were about to attempt to run, it would be abort mission. It's shit not gonna work. It's just simple as that. I wouldn't have to open my mouth. They can look at me and tell, like, they can feel my energy. This shit is not about to work. Whatever game you about to play, So sometimes it just pay to have another energy in the room that's actually quiet and listening to what this person's saying. Because see, they can bullshit you, but the person listening, they can hear the bullshit. And then when all is said and done and that person leave, they can translate the bullshit because they listening from a different vantage point. There's no emotion involved. They can give you an honest assessment of this dude, and they gonna tell you, yeah, something ain't right, something off. He good, but he running some games somewhere. You would never see it, but that second set of eyes will. You know, I remember I was I went stopped to get gas, and you know, just I'm on it, man. I'm observing. So when I pull in, I'm facing this way, so I see a guy standing on that end. I see a guy standing on that end. See two guys, like one guy sitting in the front seat of a car down there and one in the back passenger seat. So now that's four dudes kind of spread out, you know. And I'm not in like a straight up black area. It's still a little mixed. So this, you know, I'm just, you know, that's not, you know, you gotta notice shit like that. So, you know, I'm just chilling. So I got a slight tint on this car. Like, so you can see a silhouette, you know. So I'm chilling. So a little young dude pull up, like the pump is here. So he on the opposite side of the pump. So I see him, you know, like get his shoebox out, you know, look at it, open it up. And he caught, make him get on the phone. So when he get on the phone, he hang up, and the guy in the passenger back seat of a car, he gets out and walks around, and he comes to his passenger window, and like, you know, they talking, you know, they talking, he's showing them, you know, and I don't know what the play was, but I don't know whether they was playing the snatchman around. I don't know what the play was, but you could tell maybe they had some type of signal to like, don't, like, no good. Shit ain't no good. So the way it played out, he looked at the shoes, and obviously he told him it was the reason he didn't want to buy them. And then the dude walked back to the car. The driver pulled up to like the spaces in front of the gas station, then the other two guys came and got in. So I'm watching all this shit. Now this dude on his phone texting, he ain't seen none of this shit. So I hit the horn, I'm like, hey, little young dude, early 20s. So I said, hey man, pay your homeboy to ride with you next time, man. Your cousin, just somebody, man, throw him a little $20 or something just to ride with you. I said, because the second person, it changed everything. When you by yourself, you by yourself. So then I understood. He said, nah, he didn't even have to reach for it. He lifted up a pistol. Like, nah, I was ready. He said, nah, I felt something was kind of off. He said, but I wanted them to see, like, this motherfucker right here, ready to go. So I'm like, yeah, but still, man, just pay somebody. Like, you ain't come out, nigga, you want to enjoy this weekend, you ain't come out to shoot nobody. Pay somebody to ride with you, man. It changed everything. You know, they might have just pulled off. They wouldn't even, because I said, you didn't even see them two guys standing over there. He said, man, I didn't know. He said, but I felt something was off. He said, so when I put the shoe here, I had the pistol right here. So he knew, like, he couldn't grab him. I'm like, you know, that's smart. But my point being is, man, it's a constant battle to not get tricked off your square. And it don't just mean with violence. I mean, think about it. Alcohol, free. I mean, not free, but readily available. You can go in and buy, you know, legally. Look at how many alcoholics it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if you get what I'm saying, but like, the tricks, like all the booby traps, they out there. They set out there. You know, they sell you a car that can, you know, like the dash, like it can do 160, but the speed limit is 65. You know, well, even if you think about it, like, where do they allow, besides like the Autobahn, you know, somewhere that you can drive? I can't think of a highway where you can drive over 75. So with that being said, fuck it, why wouldn't they top cars out at about 80, 85, 90? No, it's 160 on the dash. It's a trap. It's like, okay, go on and do it. It's like they give you the rope enough rope for you to hang yourself, and that's what you started to realize, man. Even with money, like most people, you know, it was a blessing in a way, but for most people, money is a curse. Like it make everything worse. Like it magnified their habits. You know, it make them bigger assholes. And don't let it be a real load of money. So now it's gonna affect your kids, and you see it all the time where a person may win, you know, a jackpot in the lottery, and then they interview them, and they say, well, you know, it was a lot of good that came from it, but you know, my daughter or my son, you know, got hooked on drugs, and you know, it got so bad because they had access to funds to buy the drugs. So like eventually, you know, they OD'd. I mean, you hear these horrible stories, man. So that thing is it really a gift, or is it a curse? Like that's a real thing. Even that new job and that, you know, like you gotta be careful. Like sometimes, like you prayed for a job that paid you this amount of money, and you found a job that actually paid you a little more, but you didn't think to consider the content of the character and just the work environment and the energy in the workplace and cool coworkers. You didn't ask for none of that. You just asked for a job that pays you a lot of money. And that job, man, typically how it works, right around the time you get comfortable in that job and you get your lifestyle, you kind of base your bills around that job. Meaning, you know, you need to kind of upgrade on everything because you can afford more. That's when it all turns. That's when you start to meet the real people, because you think they're your friends. You're going to be telling them about how you just moved here, and you know, you're going to be on Instagram with your new car, and they know they about to tear your ass up. They about to make your life miserable. Because see, now what you did, number one, you probably showed up a couple people that can't afford shit like that. And then two, like, you gotta understand, like on your journey to the top, man, people not rooting for you, you know, like, and the damnedest people not rooting for you, like the people who you would think, the people who you know, then help get where they at, or you know, y'all talk about this journey to get, man, they damn near hoping you fail and watch them go to the top, you know. It's so crazy, but that the unfortunate reality is that's how people are. And it's never, you know, your so-called enemy that you know, this dude you had a fight with in elementary school, and you know, y'all been looking at just mean for the rest of y'all life. Nah, not him. Not him. It's gonna be my bro, my brother, it's gonna be him. Cause at some point, one of y'all gonna have a eye-opening moment where whatever y'all into and doing, somebody not gonna do it no more. And they gonna start just moving different and talking different and looking different, and that's when, you know, friends become enemies, or friends decide to stab friends in the back and double cross them and all that bullshit. But that is very, very, very real. But back to the main topic, like I said, man, your whole thing in here, out here, is outwitting the devil. For real. Because I tell dudes, like married dudes, like, you know, this little chick, you know, kind of fell in your lap, and like, she perfect. She like everything that you like. Like, she cool with you being married. She cool with getting it in the car. She cool with quickies. She cool with everything. Man, that's the dope. When and it's simple. Like, it's real simple. Like, when has, in your life, anything of value, when has God ever made it just easy? He just handed it to you. It don't work like that. Like, what happened was you were at a crossroad, ready to advance, shifting to another timeline, another frequency, another, just experience in life. And a test was presented, almost like a final exam. And you failed miserably. You took the bait. You entertained this demon, for lack of better words. And not saying she's a horrible person. She's just there to serve a purpose, to throw you off your script, and it worked. But the shitty part about that is that whole healing journey. You gotta start it all over again when that's over. And if she's good at what she does, who knows how long that might last? It might be 20 years later. If she really is good at what she does, and she understands how to not even give you a reason to leave her alone. And that's what dudes don't realize. Like, these chicks, like, if you let the wrong chick like really get up under you, and she in a good, like, kind of a sweet spot, the reason you never gonna be able to get rid of her, she never gonna do nothing for you to get rid of her. She gonna do every goddamn thing that you like to do, that you like for her to do. She ain't gonna complain about much of shit. Now, she probably go fuck somebody, because you gonna get reckless with your shit, because you gonna realize, like, man, she ain't going nowhere. And she not. She not, nigga. She's not. She got you right where she wants you. She comfortable. Like, she almost can check that off her list. Like, what am I gonna do when I get old? Like, what am I gonna do? She don't lock that in, bro. You got 20-something years in the plan now, this pension. If you die, if you drop dead today, she know you got the insurance policy. She knows she get your pension. She got insurance for the rest of her life. Man, you got to be careful what you entertain, because again, the whole key to this whole thing called life is outwitting the devil. Because no matter how hard you work, no matter how focused you are, no matter how much time you put in, you can ruin it all with one bad decision. And the devil, you almost have to give credit where credit is due. He can get you, man. He can, man. It's almost unreal the way that they can, he can line shit up to where, man, and you gotta, you have to, I ain't gonna say respect it, but you gotta acknowledge the fact that he been around longer than you. He way sharper than you. He got way more experience with this than you. So you gotta respect the game. Number one, that's the first thing. And then two, you gotta be aware. And you gotta analyze shit. You gotta really look at shit. Yeah, you gotta really look at shit and just sit back and really pay attention. Because if you don't, man, the devil gonna get you. He got a lot of agents, and I think, just from my own personal experience, I think like an agent of the devil is a person that kind of, I guess for lack of better words, like they find joy in watching people suffer. But they get even more joy out of causing the suffering right under your nose, but you not knowing they causing it, so they can almost, be a shoulder to crown. What it's similar to is they say when people that's arsonists, like the way the majority of arsonists get caught is because they come back to watch the fire. They got to see it burn. So it's the same way. Like, it's like almost me, breaking in your house and stealing your money from under your mattress. And then you call me tomorrow, like screaming, hollering, you know how you gonna pay your rent, you might get evicted. I'm like, man, calm down, man, it's gonna be alright. You like, man, fuck that, how's it gonna be alright? I can't even pay my rent. And I said, man, you know what, I'll loan it to you, man, don't even worry about it. Just pay me back whenever you can, man. Matter of fact, it's a gift. I'm gonna just give you, And this person like, what? Really? Man, he paying your rent with your own money that he stole. Now you indebted to him. Like, it's all bullshit. Like, you gotta understand that it's terrible. It's sad, but this is reality, man. It's so many tricks. It's so many tricks. You can watch like a woman on the internet that's been married to, or was married to this dude for 20, 30 years. And she'll say just with no shame, like, oh, he was a simp, you know. I knew I'd be comfortable, and I did. I had a beautiful life. I always kept a new car, a new house, trips, But the whole time, the entire time, she ain't really like this dude. Like, she just saw comfort. Like, she saw the life she wanted, and he could provide it, and that's that. But that's the devil again, If you around somebody for, all this time and they, portraying themselves to be something that they not even close to, man, that's nothing but the devil. Nothing but the devil. And I've experienced that on numerous occasions where you like, damn, like this motherfucker is like a actor. Like this character that I know, like, this is not really the real them. Like, and see where the rubber meet the road is when you start being around this person and other people. Y'all ain't really just chopping it up. Y'all two kicking it. Maybe you don't want. No, if you around, you start to see like, damn, like, this motherfucker, 50 Shades of Grey around this motherfucker. Like, every time you look up, he almost mold into who he talk. Like, he who he mirror people. Almost. I guess that's a good way to put it. Yeah. He mirror people. He meet them where they at with energy. But people lose their identity in that. But anyway, that's another topic. But, like I said, I just wanted to say I really believe, if people put more focus on outwitting the devil, I think life would treat them a whole lot more fair. It would even the playing field out. You gotta start questioning shit that just fall in your lap. Like, one of the best quotes I ever heard, and I heard it when I was a kid, is that free shit will kill you. Didn't really understand that quote at the time, but what that is what you would consider a thought-provoking quote. And what it does is, from that point forward in life, like, I don't care if I was walking through Sam's Club or Costco and they had free samples. The word free, when I hear that word free, it turned me off. I don't want it, because it's not free. You just don't want money for it, but you want something for it. You want some of my energy. You want something. And see, I've learned that adopting the attitude that I don't want nothing that's free. Like, if it's free, I don't want it. It's not even valuable. Like, I would feel better about paying for the shit that I want. I don't want it if it's free. But I don't know. I'm just rambling right now, but definitely something to think about. Just put more effort in outwitting the devil. Just think about that.